Okay, let's talk about a moment in hip-hop history that changed the game, but didn't get the credit it deserved. Imagine this, it's 1997, and you're scrolling through a Billboard chart dominated by East and West Coast rap. Where's the South? Nowhere near the spotlight. But in Miami, a city known for beaches and bass music, Trick Daddy drops an album that redefined what Southern rap could be. And yet, most people today only remember him as a guy who sells pans on TV. Wait, what? That's the thing, we're here to unpack why Trick Daddy's Based on a True Story wasn't just a debut album, it was a cultural revolution disguised as a mixtape of street tales. Let's start with the obvious, this album wasn't supposed to be a blockbuster. It peaked at number 59 on the R&B charts. But here's the twist, chart positions lie. What this album did was crack open the door for the entire South to walk through. Think about it, before Outkast, before Lil Wayne, before trap music became a global language, there was Trick Daddy, spitting raw, unfiltered stories from Liberty City. And he didn't do it by rapping about Cadillacs and models. He rapped about grief. The opening track, Based on a True Story, Part 1? That's him mourning his brother's death. Try finding that kind of vulnerability on a 90s rap album. Exactly. Now, here's what fascinates me, Trick Daddy didn't want to be a rapper. In his own words, he refused to make a nothing music. He turned down Luke Campbell, the king of Miami bass, at first because he didn't want to make party tracks. That's like a modern-day TikTok artist rejecting a viral dance challenge. How many artists today would walk away from a guaranteed hit to stay true to their vision? But that's the thing, his music wasn't about trends. It was about survival. He compared his lyrics to the blues, which makes total sense when you listen to tracks like I'll Be Your Player. It's not a love song, it's a survival guide wrapped in silk sheets. And let's address the elephant in the room, why did this album matter more than its sales suggest? Because it birthed a blueprint. When Trick Daddy says he and Master P were the first Southern artists to get New York radio play, that's a seismic shift. New York was the gatekeeper back then. If they didn't nod, you didn't exist. So when Trick Daddy forced that door open, he wasn't just representing Miami, he was creating a lifeline for Juvenile, Lil Wayne, even future trap artists. Without this album, does Cash Money happen? Does No Limit blow up? Maybe not. That's the ripple effect of authenticity. But here's the deeper question, why do we forget pioneers like him? Because his later career became a meme, grilling chicken on camera, selling cookware. But does that negate what he did in '97? Absolutely not. It just shows how the music industry commodifies artists. They love you when you're real until you become too real for their narrative. Trick Daddy stayed true to his community when it was inconvenient. He kept talking about the struggles, the bases, the bonds while others chased fame. That's why this album still resonates, it's not nostalgia. It's a reminder that art survives when it's rooted in truth. So next time you hear someone dismiss Trick Daddy as a punchline, pause. Think about how one album shifted the entire axis of hip-hop. Because the real story here isn't just about a rapper from Miami. It's about how culture changes when someone dares to tell their truth, even when the world isn't ready to listen.